One. Hello and welcome, investigators, to Near Dark Society's Call of Cthulhu Dark Winter miniseries. Tonight's episode 4, Gelid Greeting. Before we get into our recap, I do want to say tonight's episode will be fairly mature. There will be moments of torture and violence. So if those are things that are unsettling or very upsetting for you, please tune out for this episode. But, without further ado, why don't we do a little recap. In our last episode, after discovering the contents of the evidence at the club, they were engaged by what appeared to be some sort of SWAT-like soldiers who broke in. During the scuffle, Avery was thrown through a window and disappeared. After dispatching the remaining of the assailants, our group decided to seek refuge to her uncle. And while Arnold took the news rather unwell, he ventured out to find her himself, leaving the group to go about their own business. After their short deliberation, they decided to head out into town, go to the morgue to investigate these bodies that keep appearing, these frozen corpses that seem to freeze and unable to thaw. After Ken had a rather traumatic experience within the morgue, they found themselves fleeing from the location after their presence was discovered. En route, after fleeing from the police station, a blockade took Joseph, Benjamin, and Ken by surprise. As Javier Barrera approached their window with malicious intent. So, we are going to pick right back up, not where we left off, but inside of a moving van. Avery. The last thing you remember was this confrontation with this armed assailant. You were grabbed and forcibly thrown through a window after you had stabbed the individual in their eye socket with a stiletto. Fortunately, after you broke through the glass and hit the snow outside, it gets fuzzy. You remember headlights pulling up. You remember the faint silhouette of what looked like legs exiting this van and approaching you. Whoever this was picked you up, put you in the van, and began to drive away. And that's where we're going to pick up. You are coming to. Your head still ringing from the impact that it made against the concrete and the snow and ice. You can see that there's only one person that appears to be driving at this moment. You can make out the back of their head. You can see that they appear to have a female form. They have what looks like red hair, but it looks dyed red. You can see their skin is dark. They appear to be African American in descent. What would you like to do?
I'm immediately. Are my hands tied together?
No, you are free.
Alright, I'm gonna feel my head
Feel your head. You can feel where it's sore from when you smacked against the
Blood
ground.
or anything like that?
But it does appear that you appear to be okay. It looks like you just really got your bell rung.
I'm gonna look around the back of the van. Is there anything back here?
As you look back, there appears to be some duffel bags. There's some various equipment. It looks like you're in some sort of internet, or not internet, but some sort of like cable TV van. You can see wires and gears. There's a small cage along the wall that has various different electrical or line working tools.
I'm gonna pat for is my gun still on me?
The gun's not on you.
Alright, I wanna... Are there any tools hanging up?
Yeah, there's tools.
What kind of tools?
There's anything. Pliers, screwdrivers, there's a hammer.
Alright. How far away is it from me?
Are they?
The hammer.
The hammer? It's right across from you. However, there is a cage between you and the driver.
Alright, I'm gonna try to quietly grab the hammer.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Stealth? 72. So no.
As you make your way over through the hammer, there is actually quite a bit of junk along the floor. You manage to kick a box along the ground as it slides and skids. You hear the metal inside of it rummaging around. As this happens, you notice that the person driving looks back and sees you and goes, "It's about time you woke up."
And who the fuck are you?
Name's Holly Brooks. I work with Joseph.
I don't remember who's Joseph. Oh, Sal.
Yes, that's Elijah's character.
We've been calling him Joe, so.
I already forgot. What am I doing in the back of your van?
Well, I'm saving your life. I hope your friends are going to be able to get out of there okay, but it was not a good time to stay there. You don't know what's going on, do you?
I just know I'm in the back of a random person's van.
Well, I'm not random anymore. The name's Holly. What's your name?
You don't know my name?
No, I
You
don't.
just picked a random stranger up after getting thrown out a window?
I've been following Joseph for a few days now. Well, I've been following him since what happened to him.
Alright. This all seems really sketchy.
It's because it is. Me and Joseph thinks I'm just another mechanic that he works with. I actually work for the government. My superior officer is Special Agent Beckwith. He's a very bad man, and he's gone rogue. This isn't how this was supposed to happen. And at this point, the only thing I'm worried about now is stopping him.
Right, so are you gonna just like drop me off somewhere?
That's it? You just want to run away? Where to? Where are you gonna run?
I didn't say anything about running. I just don't want to be stuck in the back of your van. I don't know who you really are. I don't know if you're telling me the truth. I don't go around just trusting people I don't know right off the bat. So if you could just drop me off or something, that'd be great.
It's not that simple. It's not safe to be out here now. You don't understand what's in this city.
You do?
Yes,
Like
I
what?
do. The same thing that attacked the museum. That's why we're here. Is to stop this. If we don't, look around. Look outside. Notice that she slams on the brakes as you can look out the back of the window or you can look out the windshield. You can see that it is clearly just as it was when you got to the club. There's heavy snowfall, but it is essentially like looking into a barren city with everyone bunkering down for this blizzard.
Got a weather machine or something? What's your plan? It sounds insane.
What if I prove this to you? You come with me and I show you something. You see this and you don't want to work together, then fine. You can go fucking die. But the more people we have on our sides, and at this point, I'm working alone. What other option do you have?
I mean, I can think of a few, but I'm already in the back of your van, so I'll bite. And if this is a waste of my time, then I'm probably just gonna kill you.
I can guarantee that this is not a waste of your time. It's that Holly puts the van back into drive and she begins to continue driving. Unless you're going to speak, she remains silent for the rest of the drive. You say anything? Okay. You mean...
I'm grabbing that hammer, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna tuck it in the back of my pants.
Okay. You remain quiet as well as you push your way through this city. The van almost has this increase in difficulty as it continues to drive, as the snow continues to fall, accumulate. It's like the sky just won't let up. Eventually, the van does come to a halt. You seem to be at some location that's close to the lake. You're not familiar with the location itself. It doesn't look like you've ever been here. You do, however, see that there looks like there are some docks. The docks, though, look more like they're meant for barges, not commercial use. As Holly looks back towards you. Now, can I trust you to come with me if I let you out of the back of the van?
Well, it's like you said, where else am I gonna go? I'm just gonna go die out there.
I have your gun, by the way. Do you want it back?
Yeah, I think I want my gun back. Yeah, it sounds nice.
Okay. I take you and show you what I'm going to show you. I give you your gun back. Okay?
Sure.
As she gets out of the van, you notice that she makes her way over and you hear the back of the van unlock. She opens it up. She opens it. You see that she's got a big winter parka on, gloves. You can see that she's got a gun. Not your gun, but it appears that she is already holding a gun in her left hand. She's not pointing at you, it is at her side. Come on, I'll take you there.
Lead the way.
I'm not...
I have my gun. I have to follow you.
And you're holding a hammer.
I'm not holding anything.
I saw you grab it.
It's not in my hands. What are you worried about?
She turns and starts walking away. You follow?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that as she's walking, she's periodically glancing over her shoulder, making sure that you're not running up on her. You notice that you get to what looks like a chain link fence. As you get there, you see that she looks around for a moment and she goes, "Stand back."
I'm already pretty far away from her.
And she raises the gun. You see that she fires 2 shots, and as it grazes the padlock, you can see that the master lock gets damaged enough to where she's able to take the butt of the gun and break the padlock the rest of the way. And as the chains fall to the ground, she pushes through the fence. It's this way. You end up walking and following until you come to what looks like an old foreman's office building. It's must have been used by the dock workers. It looks like it's got some old abandoned cubicles in it as you enter in through the side door, which was unlocked. However, once you pass these small cubicles within there, and there no roof on them. It's like just the placed ones you can set up in anywhere. The room opens up into a flat warehouse-like opening. There's multiple floodlights that are plugged in. Lights are pointing down at several boxes that are placed within the center of the room. Notice that she walks over. There's 3 boxes in particular. The one on the far left is the largest box, and then there's 2 other boxes that are adjacent to it. She walks over, and you see that she grabs a crowbar off the ground. She pries into one of the boxes and starts to pull the nails from the wood as she raises it up. As she does, the lid flips off, and you hear it strike the ground. You can see it's filled with straw and hay on the inside, but there appears to be some sort of black-looking obsidian stone in the center of it. You want to take a look?
You mean like get closer? No.
She notices your hesitation and she stops and goes, "Look."
Well, what the fuck is it?
She starts moving away some of the straw. Does it look familiar to you?
I'll step close enough to where I can make it out better.
As you may get closer, it actually go ahead and give me a we'll do a. You can either do education or intelligence. Whichever one. Whichever one's higher for you, or has better success.
The same. 37, so I'm good.
You pass?
Yeah.
Beautiful. As you get close to them, you instantly recognize them. In fact, you can see that it's in 2 pieces. It looks like that statue of Yig. The statue not of Yig, but of the great race of Yig. You remember seeing it at the museum the night that everything happened. Except you're fairly certain that you heard it breaking, which would make sense because this is in 2 pieces. However, as you look at the inside of it, it's like hollow. There appears to be this sand that's running out of it. Not like flowing, but there looks like there's some sort of sand-like residue or debris that's inside of the hollow pieces of it. This is something that sort of kick-started it all. And fairly certain that Dr. Frexel is behind this.
Before I got kicked out the window, where was the suitcase?
You have it. You had it.
Had it.
You had it. But
Was
you
it
have
in the van when I looked around?
not in the back.
Oh, fuck. When you grabbed me, was there a suitcase by me?
Yeah,
You fucking have it, don't you?
it's in the passenger seat of the van.
Did you open it?
I can't. It's locked. There's a code on it. I don't want to damage it in case I don't know what's inside of it.
Alright. So how is there no security or anyone watching this thing? If it's so important? Is it...
Because Dylan has put all of his men looking for Joseph and the rest of you. In fact, looking for everyone that was at the museum. He wants a complete clean slate. Everyone that was there. No survivors.
That seems kind of reckless.
It's not how we're supposed to operate. That, and what complicates things even worse, is we were unaware of Javier Barrera and his capabilities.
What does that mean?
There are forces at play here that you do not understand or can even comprehend. There are things that every person goes day by day, missing what's really there, that's always there. Have you ever walked through your own home and just for a split second, maybe, out of the corner of your eye, you swear you saw something in the corner of the room, and as you turn and you look, there's nothing there? Your mind playing tricks on you, right?
Sure.
No. No, there's always something there.
Yeah, this is real spooky and everything. Can we just get to the point here? What are we doing?
She throws the crowbar towards you. Did you catch it?
I hope so.
I'll let you catch it. She's close
Okay.
enough that this isn't difficult.
Sure. There's always an opportunity for it to hit me in the face, but sure.
As you as you catch the crowbar, she looks towards you. Open the last one.
Why me?
Promised I was going to show you something that would make you believe.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
You gonna start prying it?
No. I want to listen real quick to see if I hear anything inside of it first.
So you put your ear to the box. Completely silent.
Alright, I'll start prying it open.
As you pry it open, one after another. Eventually the nails come loose, and as you do, there's this almost arctic burst that kind of comes out of it, like an AC was just turned on and flowed out of it. And eventually, as you get that last nail up, the lid falls off and hits the ground. Would you please give me a sanity roll?
I knew I should have fucking opened it.
We're all insane down here. I'm so close.
Phew, I passed by 2 points.
You pass it? Mm-hmm. All right. You are only going to take
Great.
1 point of sanity damage.
Supposed to come to class prepared.
Never have before, probably never will.
As you see the lid fall over, you have a moment where you kind of step back and you stare at what you are looking at, and there's multiple thoughts that run through your head. Is this an animal? Is this a monster? What is this? Is this a joke? And it doesn't take you long to realize that whatever this is, it is real. It is organic. It is biological. This shape looks to be something that you've never seen anything before. It like a mix between the head of an ogre and a rhinoceros. This large horn that rises off from the center of its head. It has multiple eyes, this strange, thick, straw-like fur growing off the side of its faces in patches. This maw, this mandible of what looks like jagged ivory teeth. It is horrifying to look at. It looks like something straight out of a nightmare movie.
Does it look anything like what we saw at the...
When you were in the museum, you saw the silhouette of something. You couldn't get the details of it, but based off of the shape of its head and this very identifiable horn, you're fairly certain that this is exactly what that is.
Is this the fucking thing from the museum?
Yeah. That's what we took care of when we showed up to do the cleanup. That's our job. Dealing with this stuff. Taking care of it.
And what is this stuff?
Part of me feels like I want to explain it, and another part of me feels like there's no point. All I can tell you is that these things are very real, and they bring with them destruction. They bring with them the end of everything. This storm outside, if we don't stop whatever this is, that snow's never gonna stop falling. And it's gonna get bigger and larger, and it's gonna grow until it gets to the entire world.
Alright, so if you don't think I'll even comprehend what this thing is, how am I supposed to help you people?
We need to get to Dr. Frexel. I think he has whatever is keeping this thing, whatever is keeping this storm here. He's pulling it here. I don't know how, I don't know what. I think that's why he's running from us. I'm not sure what... I'm not sure what Mr. Yen knew, but Frexel... I think Frexel is responsible for his disappearance as well. So... can I count on you to help?
You can count on me to try.
At this point, that's all I can ask for. She holds the gun out towards you. You grab it? Mm-hmm. Now.
And Chucky, is it loaded still?
It is still loaded. Dylan doesn't know that I've flipped yet. At this point, I'm going to try to play both sides. I was supposed to be part of the team that pushed in to take Joseph. I'm going to need you to do something for me. I need you to crack me over the face.
Well, if you ask nicely.
Just get it over with.
I'll take the butt of my gun and I'll right across your eye.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the damage. It's just going to be D. It's going to be
What?
Just trying to give everyone
I
$8
have
pressure.
worse.
It's gonna be just a D4.
For what now?
just D4 damage.
3.
Okay. Ow! You really smacked her.
She's good.
You
Got
did
it.
3 damage to her eyeball.
Well, I don't mean like her eye, like right here where
Yeah.
it'll split the skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you bring the butt of the gun, you just crack her across the face. You watch as her head goes back and just. Fuck!
Does that work? Should we
Yeah,
go again?
that'll work.
You sure?
She comes back up. The side of her face is just starting to bleed. Yeah. Okay. Listen. There's more vehicles here that I can take. You can either take the van, or I can give you the keys to one of the cars here. Your choice.
What kind of cars are there?
They're pretty much all the same type of vehicles. They're just these work vans.
You know, you got my suitcase and yours. I'll just take yours.
All right. Listen. She pulls out what looks like a walkie-talkie or a radio. Use channel 6. Do not use channel 2. Use channel 2, Dylan, Beckwith, they'll all hear you. Channel 6.
Do you not wonder if they're like scanning all of them to listen? They're sticking to one?
I've worked with Dylan for years. He's got a formula. Also, he doesn't know about channel 6. That's my channel.
So you guys got like some secret club stuff going on in here or something, huh?
Yeah, some secret club stuff.
Alright, that's cool. I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay. Alright, I gotta get back and report in. Say you knocked me out, took my van.
Keys in the van?
Pulls the keys out. She throws them to you.
I'll see you around then, I guess.
Yeah, see you around. So she turns and walks off. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go get the van. And I'm gonna go straight to my uncle's. Well, would I know where he'd be right now?
You know which safe house he was at, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go there.
So you're gonna go there?
Yeah,
Okay.
assuming that's where everyone is.
Meanwhile, we're going to do switch.
I can't remember which arm's broken. The
Left
right or
arm.
I
left?
believe it was your left arm.
It was your left
Because I
arm.
believe you were charging it with your left arm.
That and also the
You didn't bring a sling. Why didn't you? You should have just brought a sling.
I didn't think about it.
I actually wish
have
we.
a sling just like
I wish we had a sling and like a because I know
You could
I,
use a shirt.
I have a first aid.
Or
You
a
could have
towel.
used that or a towel. It's actually
it probably would have would have been
we have failed as role players.
I think-
I need
So if you guys
medical
want to send us a
equipment.
sling, send it to P.O. Box.
I
Maybe
think
one of
I
those.
think a towel would have been perfect considering where we would have had to.
Oh, yeah, I think I grabbed a towel from the bathroom to use.
Anyway.
Anyways, back to our other three investigators. The three of you, well, after being pulled over, you were all pulled out of the vehicle. Not only were you slammed up against the car, you were bound, restrained, and had black bags put over your head. Joseph, you have been through this before. There was a time in the Middle East where you were a prisoner of war. I will let you either do an intelligence or an education roll to try to remember the route along the drive.
I'll do an intelligence roll.
Okay.
44 underneath 50, so pass.
Okay. So for this drive, I'm going to have you remain silent. You're concentrating on the turns. What you do know from this is that you're leaving Chicago. It seems like you're going somewhere, you can only assume west, northwest. It looks like you've passed the suburbs. It was about probably a good 25-minute drive outside of the city. As far as Benjamin and Ken, two of you, is there anything that you would like to do during this drive?
Fuck. Where are they taking us? What?
Shut the fuck up!
That was rude.
You speak again, I'm gonna kick your fucking teeth in. Ken.
At the exchange stage, I don't do anything.
Okay. Inside your head, if you're thinking verbally, is there anything that you would like to do?
I'm trying to remain calm.
You're just gonna try to remain calm?
I'm gonna be
Breathe?
like,
Okay, very well. Could both of you, this is an extremely traumatic experience. Please go ahead and give me a sanity roll.
Taking hits on my sanity.
yeah, I passed it with an 8.
Okay.
So I just have to get lower than my sanity, correct?
Yes.
And as the games go on, it gets harder and harder. Oh shit! I rolled 2.
You rolled 2.
Both of them. I'm sorry, no. I rolled 2 D100s. Not the correct way to do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But either way, it would have been way over. So
I mean, technically that would be 100 then, right?
no.
No, I think he rolled 2.
The
two D100s.
percentile ones.
Yeah,
One
and
was
if-
at 60, one was at 80. Both of them way over.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I've had for sure.
All right, very well. Kenneth, please take another 1 point of sanity damage.
Do that now.
I'm at a solid 18. With only 17.
As you take that sanity damage, you feel someone sit down next to you. It's okay, big brother. It's all gonna be over soon anyways. It's not like you can get out of this alive. Look at us. I'm already dead. It's probably your fault. I don't even know I am dead. How are you in this predicament?
Shut up.
Excuse me? What the fuck did you say?
No, you.
Look at you. You're gonna get yourself and your friends killed now. Good job. The consistent barrage of your dead brother keeps berating you as this drive continues. Eventually, you finally come to your stop. You hear the van squeal, side door slides open, you're grabbed, yanked out, and you're pulled through what you can feel like is some sort of outside area. You can feel your feet kicking and pushing through the snow. As you are brought into a building, you're instantly filled with this smell of sawdust and wood. It's also quite warm in here. It jumped temperatures from the negative sub-zero temperature outside to this extremely warm climate, probably somewhere in 80 degrees and up. It is toasty in here. Eventually, you feel your hands being pulled up above your head, and you feel them getting hooked onto what feels like some sort of chain. Yeah, your arm too. It is searing the amount of pain that is going on through your arm. You hear one of them go like, "Hey, this one's arm's pretty fucked up. You want me to keep him chained up?" "Yeah, I think he'll talk more now." Eventually the bags are yanked off your heads, and there's a quick flash of this bright light as you look around and see that there is actually 4 of you chained up. You see Kenneth, Joseph, Benjamin. However, the 4th person appears to be some sort of SWAT individual. Actually looks very similar and outfitted to the men who attacked you within the club. You notice that Javier Barrera walks out in plain view. You see that clean white suit, red undershirt. You see his gold gun in his hand. You also see in his other hand, he has what looks like this leather book. You know, I really want to put this down to just the wrong place at the wrong time. But thank you all for dealing with those shitbags in my club. Really appreciate it. So why don't we start this all off with a friendly hello, huh? My name's Javier. What's your name?
Name's Joe.
Ooh, this one's got some balls on him. He's the first one to speak. Normally it takes at least 20 seconds before someone breaks and actually says something.
I'm Ken.
Ken, all right. So you're the follower. As soon as Big Boy Leader says something, you're ready to go. What about you?
Betty.
The passive one. One who just doesn't know how to get away from shitty people who keeps pulling him into shittier situations. I've been there. What about you? You notice that the SWAT individual, as they're pulled up, you notice that they just go, July 15th, 1982. July 15th, 1982. July 15th, 1982. The fuck? That ain't a name, buddy. What's your name? You recognize what he's doing. He is doing a military tactic where you just rattle off your social security number and your birth date, and you just keep repeating it. No, seriously, what's your name? He just keeps repeating this same birthday. You know, say here. You can see Javier starting to get a little agitated. I'm gonna ask you one more fucking time. What's your name? And as he rattles off the next one, you watch as he pulls his gun and he fires one directly into his leg. And you watch as this individual doesn't whimper, doesn't scream. You see them kind of just do a July 15th, 1982. And just repeat. Huh. Wow. Never seen that before. I guess they really are sending in the big dogs. Okay. Let's play with some big boy shit then. as he grabs his book and he sets his pistol down on a table. You know, I really have to thank that old man for giving me this. It's made business a lot fucking better recently. A lot of it doesn't make any fucking sense. But some of it, if you say it just right. Whew. The power. Once you've got a taste of it, you can't stop. You notice that he looks through the book and he flips to a page. You watch as his eyes begin to glow this bright, vibrant red. And as he brings his hand up towards this SWAT individual who keeps just repeating it, you watch as the individual stops mid-sentence as they... And with a flash, you see this red energy swirl around their hand, and as Javier closes his fist, you see a quick yank, like the same movement you would do as you whip a tablecloth off of a table, and you watch as the individual's clothes and skin, all in one single go, flay him into a bloody, skinless body. You watch as this individual go... And as they go into shock, you watch as their eyes roll into the back of their head and they die, hanging there on the chain, as the blood begins to spill out onto the floor. You watch as Javier's nose starts to bleed. You see blood starting to come out of his eyes. You watch as he pulls out what looks like a metal case, and as he flicks it open, you watch as he just kind of takes a snort. You watch as he takes what honestly looked like probably about 4 or 5 lines of cocaine. Yeah! Woo! Okay. All right, now that we got birthday boy out of the way, I think we can really get down to business. So you 3 were all at the museum, huh? Yeah?
Yeah.
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 So why don't you tell me what you all saw,
I didn't see much.
Yeah, not a lot. Who are you? What do you see?
All I was trying to do was help Abby. That place is like a second home to me.
Abby, my sister.
Was nothing like that, I promise.
No. I'm not offended. She was been working for me the whole time anyways. We had a nice gig there. Selling artifacts, replacing them with counterfeits. It's profitable. We really liked pushing in on the white families. Whole little bullshit antique business. Try to push them out of their own game. And guess what? You know what happens? You get a visit. Get a visit from Mr. Brexel. Says he can really give me some ways to speed up my revenue. And let me tell you what, he wasn't lying. Told me how close you were. Abby and Frexel told me how close you were with Mr. Yen. Where's his fucking kid at?
Honestly,
Where's the
man,
little shit Kai?
I don't know. He didn't even know. I swear.
You fucking swear? Turn it on. Turn it fucking on. You hear one of the other guys move over and you hear what sounds like a lever being pulled before you hear the sound of as a logging saw gets turned on. Yeah, well, you see, I'll ask you again. Well, fuck this guy.
Man, I swear to God, I don't know.
Pull him over. You notice that?
Leave the kid alone. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah? What about you? Why are you all mixed up in this then, huh?
An Agent Beckwith sent me to go steal something from the museum.
Really now?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. There's some information. Maybe you could have started with that.
Just leave him alone.
Pull him over still. You notice that they start pulling your chain and you start feeling that they'll pulling you across the room. As you come into sight, you can see that there is a logging saw. It's the one that they push through on the trough. A nice little blade. At this point, you start getting hoisted up over the saw, and your body gets ran along the railing until you're right above it.
I swear to God, I thought Kai killed his dad.
Your buddy here talks and communicates, you don't have to worry about becoming a few inches short.
Don't lie. I swear to God, I will haunt you. Don't lie.
So why don't we go ahead and do this whole why don't you talk about Mr. Beckwith here? What exactly is he? What was he after?
There was some fucking skull, I don't know. And it was cold. And, had frost coming off of it. I've never seen anything like it.
Where's it at now?
He's got it.
So you got it to him, huh? What about the big fucking creatures? What about that?
I don't know anything about that.
Drop him. You notice that you feel your chain beginning to slowly.
Hey,
God damn it! I said don't lie.
Stop.
There was something in there.
So you did see something. Okay. What did you see?
Something big. Smashed through the bathroom. That's about it. I got out of there. I made the drop.
Were you saying this thing came out of the fucking toilet? What do you mean?
It came out of the bathroom. I don't know what to tell you. I stashed a suitcase in there. Next stall over me. Smashed down. About took my head off. I don't know. That's it. I didn't even get paid for it. All I got was a bullet in my head and a dead family.
Oh, so this Beckwith guy, he's pretty scary, huh?
I guess.
Okay. Scarier than me?
I've seen a lot of things this night. It's all pretty fucked up.
Because I bet you right now, no one is fucking scarier than me! Alright? I'm gonna own this fucking city! It's mine! All of it! Drop him more, I just want to see him dangle. You see him as they pull the chain again, you drop down, one more click, you can feel the saw blade now kicking off the bottom of your rubber of your shoe as you dangle there.
What do you want? What can I get you?
Stop. I want to know where Frexel is, because he's not communicating with me. He's not communicating, you understand? I need to get a hold of him, because I want to know where he's getting this stuff, all right? All this shit, all this stuff about Arkham and this fucking starry wisdom shit. I want to know more.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know someone who knows a lot about that stuff. That Agent Beckwith. That man you just flayed over there, that's one of his.
Little straggler. That's what that is.
We're looking for Frexel too, and we can help you.
I didn't even fucking trust the guy. I knew that guy was fucking bad. I swear to God, please don't drop me more. I need my feet. I need my feet.
Look, he's got nothing to do with any of this. He was just looking for his boss.
Give me a persuasion.
Persuasion. Oof. It is nothing in it. 33.
Okay.
I would have to drop it 23 points to get to it. 1, 2.
He really doesn't want you on.
I'll go down to 2 luck.
Wow. So you burn that one. Okay. He's eating him. Go. You know what? Maybe I'm being a little too hasty. Maybe it's just this weather. Maybe I don't like the cold. I guess I shouldn't be getting. Go ahead. Raise him back up. Bring him back over.
Fucking thank God. Oh
You
God.
feel the chain bringing you up, pulling you back over.
Fuck.
You feel it stop as you swing, and as you do, you swing and you actually slam up against the flayed body next to you.
Oh, fuck. You could have done it. Oh God. Oh, it's on me.
You see the guy kind of like punch you in the rib. Shut up. All right. You know what? 2 of you satisfied with at the moment. What about a little follower?
Tell you whatever you need to know.
You notice that your brother is standing by your side looking at you. Now, you would tell him, wouldn't you? Being a fucking coward? Yeah. Kind of always been one. Always running away. That's why you never came to see Mom and Dad, right? Because you're too scared.
Are my legs free?
They are free.
I'm gonna try kicking it.
You gonna try to kick the ghost?
Yes.
As Shut up! You notice that the guard sort of standing next to you kind of looks over towards at Javier like, someone's been saying weird shit. I don't know if he's all right. What do you see? Javier kind of like walks over towards you. He seems like he's interested now.
I see my dead brother. He keeps taunting me.
He keeps showing up, huh?
Yeah.
Won't leave you alone. All up here. See some. Have you seen the dogs yet?
No.
Yeah. Wait till you see the dogs. You see, they're following Frexel around. Sniff, 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 sniff. That's why he's moving. That's why he's running from me. Eventually, those jaws are gonna come clamping down. Frexel isn't gonna have anywhere to run. Guess who's gonna be there to take everything he has? Me. You notice that he reaches up, he unchains one of your hands. This happens to be your good arm. As now you are hanging up here from just a broken arm. He grabs your hand and he holds it in his hand. So cold. You can feel it too, can't you? You and me, we're like the same. Can't you?
Sure, yeah.
You lying?
No, I'm terrified right now. And I'm in a lot of pain.
What do you feel when you touch me? What do you feel? What do you feel?
power.
You know, as he puts your hand on his cheek, he's like, oh, yes. As he rubs it across his face, you know, as he goes, and he chomps onto your finger, and you watch as he bites your finger off. You fucking liar! Don't you fucking say you know me. You notice that he spends the next 3 or 4 just seconds just blow after blow into his stomach as you watch his Ken's insides just getting
Come on, man.
rampaged.
Come on, stop it.
2 points of damage.
Which finger?
Which finger? Index.
Your pointer.
There goes my trigger finger, guys.
Which hand?
My
His good arm. His right hand.
This character's not coming back.
You notice as you sit there dangling with your one arm, now just bleeding onto the ground. Fine. You know what? Seems like you guys don't really have anything else off to offer me. Why should I keep you alive at this point? You got nothing for me?
Well, we could find Frexel for you.
You can, because I can't find him. Tell me how you are gonna be able to find Frexel, huh? Huh? Anyway? No?
We got leads on him. We followed him to the club. We tracked him down to his hotel room. They were to find a card to your club that led right to it.
Right.
PIs that we're working with, they probably found something by now.
I'm sorry, did you say, PIs?
Yeah.
He looks towards his guard. He's like, I thought you said that didn't have any other fucking friends. And as soon as he says that, you watch as that guard go like, as soon as his mouth opens, he's like, you watch as a bullet flies through that individual's head as you hear the ring of the gunshot go off. At this point, you instantly see both Courtney West and you watch as Robinson move in with guns and they start laying down fire into the room as Javier kind of grabs his book and you fucking kill these assholes! And he takes off running. At this point, you watch as one of the individuals like moves over and he grabs the lever and pulls the lever, and you watch as Benjamin starts like start moving over towards the saw again.
Well, how close is that guy to me?
Which one?
The one that just pulled the lever. Is there anybody that's close to me?
No, not currently, other than the flayed body.
Okay. So like the guards aren't close to me?
No,
Am I moving towards one?
no.
Okay. But fucking help me!
You
Help me!
You are gonna pass by the flayed body though.
I'm gonna like. I'm gonna try to wrap my legs around it.
Okay.
No, you ain't taking me. This is not happening. I swear to God.
You can either go ahead and give me a strength or a dexterity, whichever one.
Oh yeah, I got a 2 on that.
Your legs end up actually wrapping around, almost in like this straddle. You feel your legs lock and you start pulling because of your weight. You're now pulling that flayed body with you. You actually look as the like muscle tissue, it's still bright and vibrant red. The force of the flesh being flayed off so instantaneously pretty much made a perfect anatomical human without skin.
So we're on like a boat, right?
You are on a chain that is connected to a hook that you're moving across.
So could I theoretically like try to like get my swing?
You
arms?
could definitely try. It would be very difficult though because you're gonna have to try to push your weight, which you're too heavy.
But with the body, like with the extra.
Oh, you could try to use that to kind of pull yourself
to, like,
up.
leverage it up.
Sure. I'll go ahead and if you're gonna do that, it's gonna be a strength, but you're gonna be at a, I'll say, 2 disadvantage dice because it will be pretty difficult.
So that is 100s, correct?
Let's see here. You have both chained up. You have one arm actually free. Your right arm is down. What would the two of you like to do during this situation?
I'm hanging up like this, right?
You're hanging with your arms are bound together, your hands are bound together, and it's hooked onto a chain.
hooked onto a chain.
Yep.
So, like, I could, like, take it off, like, unhook
Your
it.
weight is holding the tension.
So, can I grab the chain with my
Because your hands are bound though. You can't open them.
Could I start swinging my legs and try to, like, get enough momentum to, like, swing off?
Unhook?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. It's going to be a dexterity one.
Okay. 59 out of 70.
59 out of 70. Okay. So, what were you going to do?
Is it possible for me to get down? Like,
Your one arm is free. You could put your hand up and grab the chain. It is going to be painful, but you could pull yourself up and then unhook.
I'll try.
So it's going to be a strength. For this one, because you are so injured, it will be just one disadvantage dice.
And it was strength, correct, with
Yep.
the 2? Okay.
Is my strength? Sorry, is it my strength still have from?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the disadvantage is 100s. Just to...
Yep. You can use luck if you fail too.
Yeah, I
Or
know.
you can push your roll and roll again, but that will, if you fail, you will take a negative outcome regardless.
I definitely do not get
Yeah.
Do you want to use luck?
that. Here's not nothing luck in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, same with me.
I got
Alright.
91.
So as you try to pull yourself up, you're not able to get enough strength as you're pulling. You are able to actually, as you swing back and forth, you swing and you feel the hook finally kind of unhook. However, as you're swinging, you were almost at full swing when it unhooked. So as it unhooks, you just you had slam back onto the ground and smack yourself. Take 2 points of damage. At this point, you can hear gunfire being fired off, and it appears that both Courtney and Robinson are engaged in a firefight with the 2 other armed men who are also carrying pistols. 2 of you, as you now move towards it as well, your legs are still holding on to it. You actually are, except this point, you're not up above the saw.
Yeah.
You're moving towards it.
Yeah.
However, you do have your legs wrapped around that body. You end up getting close enough to the saw where you have to sling it into the saw. You watch as this flayed corpse hits that logging saw, and it just a red mist just starts spraying throughout the air as you watch it just get slit through.
Oh, fuck!
Can I go to that lever that's...
Sure can.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the lever and turn it off.
As you run over to the lever, you pull it off, and as soon as you pull the lever off, you are right as your legs are about ready to get to the saw. You watch the saw stops, and
Oh, thank God! As I'm
So
assuming
you-
that mist is like,
yeah, you are covered in red mist. At this point,
oh God.
you can hear Robinson say, "Go, get them down! I'm going to cover fire!" And you see him fire off multiple shots towards the individuals. You see those 2 individuals duck down and cover. As Robinson's basically unloading his clip towards them, you see Courtney move over, and you see as Courtney does, she grabs Kenneth by the body and starts raising up. Let's go see if she actually makes this. That's gonna be okay. Very well. You feel yourself kind of come up, and you unhook, and she immediately, as soon as she's holding your weight, you drop down to the ground, and you hit the ground. As soon as you do, you notice that she looks towards you like, "You okay?"
No!
All right.
Get me down!
You're gonna move over towards him? Okay.
Get me the fuck down! Oh, fuck!
Alright, stop moving.
Go ahead and give me a strength check. I'm gonna raise him up.
Am I over that logging table thing? You said I was going at the saw.
Yeah.
So I can have my feet on it, like...
You
72.
could push. Yep.
I didn't get it.
With him doing that, it's gonna drastically. So you're gonna have an advantage dice on it, so you get to roll that 100 again.
Okay. Yeah, still didn't get it.
Still didn't get it? Okay. And as he's trying to grab it, and you can see that Joseph is kind of out of it. You can see he's His eyes are, you can see them kind of dilating back and forth. Looks like he's kind of fucked up from the fall.
Can I like try to like
Sure.
push myself up?
Sure
to
can.
help him. What would that be for me? Because I don't think that would be a strength check at that point.
It's gonna be a dexterity.
Okay. Is disadvantage, advantage, or
I'll give you advantage on it since you have something to stand on.
yeah, I got that.
You got it?
Yeah. I got
Okay.
20.
So you manage to kick off of it, and as you do, you get off and you land on your feet. As you land on the feet, you're able to take your bindings off instantly. Now, at this point, you guys are in combat. You actually see Robinson as he lays fire. You watch him go to reload. As he goes to reload, one of them pops up and takes a shot. You see Robinson take a hit, and he goes down. You see Robinson hit the ground, and you don't see him get back up. However, you notice that Courtney then gets up, and she starts firing towards the two men. You watch as they kind of duck down behind cover again, and she pulls out what looks like another handgun. She goes like, "Someone help me with this!"
I'll go grab the gun.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the chains, is it like full on now? Because you said our hands are wrapped with chains, correct?
You were able to take them off, yeah.
So can I grab that chain?
You sure can.
And hold on to it, just in case?
Yeah, sure can.
Okay.
You gonna take a shot?
I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay, it will be a disadvantage dice because they do have like partial cover.
Okay. So disadvantage.
Yep, one disadvantage dice.
So that's a D10, D100.
The D100 partial, yes.
So the disadvantage would be 16.
Okay. You watch as this individual is kind of hunkered down. It's almost like a video game portion where you see like just the top of his skull is sort of peeking out over the top of the rim, and you're like, that's an easy shot. And you raise up your pistol and you fire, and as you watch as the bullet clips the top of his skull and brain matter just fly off from the side. You watch as they hit the ground. At this point, you can hear what sounds like a car being turned on and revved up. You hear a squealing going on outside. As the next person gets up and goes to fire, Courtney's gonna shoot. And she got a 5. You watch as the next one kind of gets up. He goes, "You motherfucker!" And you watch as she just one through the mouth. You watch as it enters the side of the cheek and kind of explode off the side of their head, and they hit the ground dead. As soon as they do, there doesn't appear to be any more individuals in the room.
I'm gonna run to Robinson.
Okay. As you move to Robinson, you notice that Robinson's on the ground. You see that he's clutching his shoulder.
Hey. Alright.
Yeah, we'll be good. I got shot. Yeah, I missed my vest by a fucking inch. God damn it. All right. I'll be good.
Okay.
Oh, is everyone all right?
Was the other officer's name that's next to me? 'Cause I
It's
have-
Courtney. She's the PI.
PI. Oh, it's the PI. Okay. He got, and I'm gonna point to Ken. He got his fucking finger bit off. Don't we have to like do a thing with his finger? Do a thing.
As they look over towards his hand, it's your finger has been basically bitten off. You look around the room and you actually can see where Javier spit your finger out onto the floor. You notice that Courtney moves over and grabs like, there's got to be a first aid around here somewhere. And she gets up. She's like, I'm gonna go look for it. She takes off looking for a first aid.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna go and go grab those guns that they were using.
Grab my finger.
I'm gonna run over to him
Okay.
and start trying to apply pressure onto it.
On his hand. Okay. You can go ahead and give me a
First aid.
first aid. Yes.
Left finger.
What's a 10 and a 0?
100.
That's 100.
It's 100?
That's not.
Yeah, nah, that's a failure.
That's basically it's a guaranteed botch.
Okay.
So something bad will happen.
Can I push the luck? Push a roll?
Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, because something bad's gonna happen regardless.
This is how I die. It's the green jacks all over.
Yeah, 91.
Okay. So it's,
Fuck.
as you move over and you're still suffering, you're fairly certain that you have a concussion from hitting the ground. You grab onto his hand
What are
and
you doing?
watch as you're applying pressure to it. You see that the blood begins to start spurting, and as the blood is spurting, you have a moment where everything kind of goes boop, 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 boop. You hear your vision begin to start to narrow, your vision begins to tunnel, and as soon as it does, you instantly start to hear the sounds of an explosion, and you feel like you're sitting back in that Humvee as it gets hit, and as it does, and you feel that Humvee roll multiple times, you end up pulling yourself out of it, and you are hearing the sound of your men and your comrades screaming as gunfire begins to go over your head, and you're staring at Joseph, and he looks like he's in this like stasis of just shell shock as he's having a PTSD moment.
Joe, you okay?
Eventually, you see this happening as well.
I'm gonna run over. Joe, what's going on? I'm like start.
As he starts shaking at you, you end up kind of snapping out of it, and you realize where you're at. Take 4 points of sanity damage.
Joe, I need you here. We need you here.
Yeah.
You notice that Courtney comes back and she pulls a first aid that looks like she found off of like a wall unit.
I have a finger.
Tears it open and she says, I can't put that back on. The best I can do is stop your bleeding, okay? You notice that she pulls out what looks like a cauterized pen, and she starts heating it up as she's putting gauze onto your hand. I don't know if you've ever seen a cauterized pen before, but it is a large, basically medical device. EMTs typically will carry them. It's fairly possible that they have them here because saws are so frequently used on logging sites. As it heats up and causes finally it starts glowing red hot, and you see that she puts the pen onto your finger as it starts to burn and sizzle, and you feel your finger starting to scab up. Could you go ahead and give me a con roll for me, please?
Yikes.
I'm gonna have her do a first aid, and if she succeeds, then you won't take any damage. She succeeds very well.
I barely succeeded.
Okay, you managed to stay awake during the ordeal. Unfortunately, she passes her first aid. It looks like your finger is no longer bleeding, but there's a good possibility you're probably never going to get that finger back on now.
Probably worse than the clothing iron.
It's fucking gone to shit. Like, what are we supposed to do now? Do you see what he fucking did?
You notice that Courtney looks over towards like the body that's hanging past the saw now. That's just basically been cut down the middle. She goes, "What the fuck happened to that guy?"
The fucking Javier Barrera guy did that.
Yeah.
With his fucking hand. Like, he just fucking pulled it off.
Okay, all of you have obviously went through some shit. So Robinson and I, we sort of met up. We realized that Frexel is doing some, I don't know what's going on, but he's doing some shit. He's looking for Kai as well. I can't find Kai anywhere.
Javier's looking for Kai also. He almost put me on that fucking saw because I didn't know where he was.
Javier's not right.
What do you mean he's not right?
He's lost shit. I don't know how to tell you what I saw.
Fucking
I've seen a fucking addict. That's some addict shit. Whatever the fuck was going on with that shit?
We're well past that, son. I don't think it's just drugs.
Notice that Robinson gets up and he knows as he looks like he's just got done with some quick stop from the first aid. Notice that he puts the patch over there as well. I'm gonna have to get the bullet out later, but right now we gotta go.
All right. You got wheels?
Yeah, we drove here. We actually tailed you guys. Sorry we didn't get in here sooner, but we had to make sure that it was only them.
It's a good one, guys.
It says they move out. Yeah, said, do you guys all go?
Yeah. Wherever we're going, I'm gonna like try to help him walk because I'm assuming he's in a lot of fucking pain. Like I'm gonna help him walk. Wherever we're going, I'm driving. I don't care who you are. Like I'm driving.
Well, my arm's kind of fucked, so you can take my ride. You know, as he throws you the keys.
All right, I'm gonna grab it with my free hand while I'm like helping him walk.
And as you guys make your way over to the vehicle, it looks like it's a big SUV. You guys all pile into the SUV. You can see the tire tracks of the van that pulled out. Again, you're able to kind of remember where you're at. You know that you're somewhere probably northwest outside of the city. As soon as we get in, Robinson kind of goes, all right, where are we going though? And why the fuck won't it stop snowing?
It's, that's Frexel's doing, I think.
The snow?
There's some shit happening right now, and, I think, magic. I'm just saying, Javier tore that man's skin off of him.
Courtney kind of stops. Okay, let's just take for a moment that you guys aren't drugged or crazy and say he did. What's our next move? If he's looking for Kai, I would assume that's what we gotta find. We gotta find Kai.
Weren't you looking for something?
I was, and that's when I know some of the guys that I used to date some of the girls that Kai would run around with. So I went to them. Thought I could squeeze some information out of them. You know, are you gonna start driving it as this is going on?
Yeah, I'm heading back to Chicago.
Okay.
Whatever
Well,
sounds like.
as you're driving, you realize you're in a wooded area. You have no idea where the fuck you're going.
But I'm assuming if it's a wooded area, there's like at least a path.
There is a pathway, but as soon as you get to the roads, you're like, where am I?
Okay. So there's no signs or anything to.
Not where you're at. It kind of looks like this little logging camp must be.
Could I help him?
Yeah, you sure can.
Just tell him where the turn and stuff like that.
Alright,
Where the fuck am I supposed to go now?
Hey, turn down here, okay?
You know, it's that Robinson kind of points up and is like, yeah, I can show him.
Alright.
And then Robinson starts directing you as you pull out. Meanwhile, Courtney continues to talk. When I went to talk to them, they didn't want to even speak to me. I mean, I dated one of them for like 2 years, and she was acting like she'd never met me before. Like, legitimately acted like she did not know me. I mean, I thought maybe I just pissed her off that much, but... I mean, if you guys are saying that the weird shit like this is happening, maybe something got to them too.
Well, we need to find this Kai or we need to find Frexel, one of the two.
Shit. Okay, well then we need a place that we can go and lay low then so we can figure this out. Instead of just trying to think on the run. Where can we go? Do you have a place?
Just a safe house. I think we could, stay there for a bit.
Okay, alright. Also, where's Tony?
Tony,
We haven't seen him since we left that place.
I thought he went to say,
Yeah, he came back to my place, but then he called me and said that you guys called him and said he needed to meet up.
No. Did he say where the fuck he was meeting up at?
No, he just said he was going to meet with you guys.
no, we didn't call him.
No one called him.
Shit. He said she pulls out a phone.
How the fuck would it? You guys got an idea of where they would want to meet him?
Who it is, I don't know.
I mean,
God. It just went to voicemail. Alright. Shit.
you think he's that Beckwith guy?
If I have to be, a better man, it'd probably be him.
No, he would know who you all sound like. Right?
I imagine so.
How would he trick him like that then?
I ain't a tech guy like that.
as Robinson leads you into the city, you finally realize where you're at, and you're able to take the lead from there. Are you driving back to the safe house?
Yeah, I'll be heading back to the safe house.
Okay.
Because we don't have anywhere to go yet, so it's the only place we got.
As you pull into the safe house, you actually...
Before we do that, can we, because it was on the way, can I see if that police car that we left is still there?
Sure.
Is that police car still there?
Yeah, you want to drive by it?
Yeah, I just want to drive
As
by
you drive by, it's completely covered in snow.
Still?
Yeah.
They never got onto that police car that we left. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
So, before you do get there, we're going to move back to Avery. Avery. You make your way to the safe house. As you went up the stairs, you actually realize that your uncle's truck is gone. You don't see any other vehicle. You move up, you know where the key is to get inside, and as you open up the apartment, you walk in and you can see that lights are on. You actually can see that it looks like there's signs that someone was here recently, some point, but it doesn't look like anyone's here now.
All right. Is there like a?
I'm assuming you got the briefcase with you too.
Is there like a living room area where I can sit down?
Yeah,
Like
like
a table, I can throw the briefcase on.
Sure.
And then I'm going to go to the kitchen and try to find something to pry the briefcase open with.
Well, you know that your uncle has multiple lockpick sets. Your uncle is a pretty experienced thief. There isn't many things that he can't get into, besides for maybe like a bank vault. Doesn't take you very long, and you find a nice lockpick set.
But I'm not good at that.
Yeah, so lockpicking is actually fairly tricky, and I'm glad that Call of Cthulhu puts that on paper.
Alright. Fuck.
I'm in Skyrim.
And from what you said, it's like a code.
It is a code,
Numbers
but
code.
the tumblers inside of it have the same type of locking mechanism that a regular key has. And if you have the proper picks that are flat enough, you can actually squeeze them in right between the wheel and the wall, and you can feel the little nodes as you press down on them, or the pins, called pins technically.
I wanna tap on the briefcase. What's it made out of?
It appears to be made out of, the exterior is leather, but you can feel it is very dense under that leather. Do you want to cut through the leather? So you pull a knife and you cut through the leather, you actually feel your blade scrape against metal. And as you peel it open and look at it, it is a steel case. It's at this point you hear what sounds like a vehicle pulling up. You see lights flash across the window until you hear the engine die, and then you hear what sounds like moans and multiple feet coming up the back way entrance.
I'll look out the window.
As you look out the window, you see the group returning, except you both see Robinson with them, and you see Courtney West as well. And as they're coming up, they specifically Kenneth looks like hell.
Oh, what the fuck?
Do you open the door for him?
Yeah.
There's a thought there.
Yeah,
You're like, oh. Yeah, so you open the door, and as you open the door, you guys are all shocked to see Avery inside.
Didn't know you guys were bringing company. I'm looking back at the PI.
I don't think we even knew that you'd be alive.
What happened to you?
Long story. Why don't you guys just get inside?
Inside and inside.
As you guys go inside, the door is closed.
I'm melting
What the fuck happened to you?
You got his finger bitten off.
Bitten off?
Like by Javier Barrera. Bit the whole, damn near the whole fucking thing off.
Javier bit his finger off?
And then I broke my arm.
And one of those guys broke it arm.
Well,
How did you end up getting your finger bit off by Javier Barrera?
He put my finger in his mouth and bit it off.
How did you end up in that situation, dumbass?
He kidnapped us. He pulled up and took us.
Bags over the head and everything. Like, out of a movie. It was I'm still trying to wrap my fucking mind around it.
I'm really familiar with how he pulls that one.
Kenneth, go ahead and heal yourself for 2 points for the first aid that was done to your hand. Alright, so Robinson goes, alright, so we're here at the safe house. Why don't we go ahead and we talk about what we're gonna do then?
Hold on. Let's get the bullet out of you. Let's catch your breath for a second.
Who's getting the bullet out of him?
The bullet, I'll go to the hospital, alright? I don't know what is going on with all of you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the hospital's a good idea right now.
Alright, they're looking for all of you. They're not looking for me, alright? I can get to the hospital, and if I can get back to the station, I can get some more information. See if...
You've helped us. I feel like that puts you on a list somewhere.
They don't know that I'm helping you. I appreciate the concern, but I'm a big boy, alright? I can do what I want.
Okay. If you're certain that they haven't found out yet.
At this point, information's what we need. We're lacking it.
Yeah.
We gotta stop moving.
I'm
with
pulling out the
it.
walkie-talkie that Holly gave me. I'm starting flipping through the channels. See if I can hear any talking over any of the channels.
You gotta flip through each channel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which channel are you flipping onto? It goes to 10.
I'm just gonna go through all of them, but I'm not gonna like use any
Use
of
it?
them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen.
As you flip through channel to channel, the only channel you hear any sort of traffic on is channel 2. On channel 2, and it's not even regular radio. It doesn't even sound like a conversation. You just hear like 42 checking in.
I'm gonna leave it on too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up on like a cat, like up high somewhere. Just leave it on.
Okay.
So, your Holly friend?
Yeah.
Look up
Holly?
in the back of her van. Turns out she's working for the government.
What are you talking?
That's what she told me. She's working for the government. She's working for that agent. She's trying to play both sides. Yada yada yada. Took me to a warehouse. Opened up a couple of cases, and one had that race of Yig statue in it. And another one had, I'm assuming was, or it was, she told me it was the creature from the museum they killed.
Whoa. What are you? Holly's she's a mechanic.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot to digest right now, but no, she's not really a mechanic, according to her. And she gave me this walkie-talkie, and this channel 2 up there is the channel that the agents are using.
She gave you that to listen on the conversations.
Well, she told me not to use channel 2, so just, let's not use it, but we can listen to it. Channel 6 is how we contact her.
I'm going for the walkie-talkie.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to the 6. Click it.
Holly.
You're static before you finally hear. You hear Holly's voice, stand by. About 15, 20 seconds go by before you hear her voice. Joseph, is that you?
Yeah. What are you doing on this other end of this walkie-talkie? What's going on?
Joe, I don't have time to explain right now. But as you are all aware, you're in danger.
Holly, you owe me some answers.
I know. I'll give them to you in person.
Holly, you knew?
It's never went like this. Dylan's insane. I don't know what's gotten into him. This isn't... He's never done this.
Oh, my little boy's dead.
There's a pause before you hear a... I know. I saw what he did. I'm not gonna let him get away with this.
Walk over to Avery and just hand her the walkie-talkie and just kind of walk out of the room.
Awkward. I'm set it back up. Switch it back to 2.
As you switch back to 2, it's just the same type of shatter of just like... Unit 24.
Leave it on.
13, 10, 8.
Please tell me you got some information for us. Did you
Yeah, everything I just said about Holly, all the stuff she showed me, the walkie-talkie.
did you saw the briefcase?
I'm gonna point to the coffee table that's on.
You guys see the briefcase on the coffee table.
Hey, any of you all happen to know how to lockpick? By chance?
I may or may not. Do you have?
I'm gonna hand him the tools.
As you notice that
Holy shit! Where'd you get these?
Yes, and you look at
these
him.
out of nowhere.
Uncle Arthur's pretty talented, but he's not here for some reason.
Yeah, he's trying to find you.
Out in where's he looking?
I don't know. Things went sideways after you flew out that window.
All right, I'm sure he'll come back at some point. He can handle himself. Let's try to get this thing
you
over.
notice that Courtney has been pacing back and forth, just constantly redialing Tony's number over and over and over.
I'm gonna try to. I'm assuming it's a locksmith.
Yeah, so you have to do a locksmith.
I'm gonna try. I'm going to use 5 luck to hit that right on the head.
Nice, okay.
And as I'm doing it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he used to break into houses, steal from rich people. Everybody had briefcases
You
like
know,
this.
as Robinson kind of looks over at you, a regular fucking Robin Hood, I'm sure.
It was for me, not for anybody else.
You know, as he looks towards everyone, all right. I'm gonna head to the hospital. I'm gonna take care of this bullet. Get to the station. I'm gonna see if I can find out any more information. If you guys go anywhere or need anything, just call and leave me a message. Right?
Good luck out there.
You know, so he turns and he walks out.
I don't know while he's on his high horse, he realizes he's guilty by association, right?
I tried to tell him.
He walks out and you notice that he drives and he pulls out. Could I get a spot hidden from everybody, please?
I'll walk back in the room.
Oof, no, I did not get that.
I also did not get that.
I did not get that.
I got 99.
I got 92.
Why?
Holy shit.
It's all I need.
Yeah, 44 out of 75.
You got it?
Good for you, man.
As you walk back in and you see Benjamin kind of cracking it, as you're looking at these pics, they're really nice pics too. You're kind of working on it, and you just heard Robinson leave. As Joseph walks back into the room, you're kind of just trying to digest this whole situation. You know that you've worked with Holly now for only probably about 7 months. She just started working at the garage a while back. You've always had kind of a flirty relationship with her, even though you and your wife have been rocky. You never did anything with her, but there was moments where doubt started to kind of creep into your mind on if it was going to stay that way. But then you stop and you kind of cock your head to the side and you look towards the chair and you realize that Robinson left his parka, his coat. It's like negative 50 degrees outside.
Hey, you forget his. Why do you forget his coat?
I'm sure he'll come back for it.
Is he? I'm gonna walk.
At that point, yeah, you walk over towards it. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start going through it.
As you grab his coat, the first thing that you notice is that it is warm. Like, warm blanket warm, like someone just been sleeping with it all night warm. As you go through it, you put your hands in the pockets, and it's empty. There's nothing in there, besides for the bullet hole that's in the shoulder. As you don't seem to find anything, you hear that briefcase click and pop open as it...
Shit, I actually got it.
Hell yeah. What's in there?
You know, I'm kind of rusty. I wasn't expecting to get this, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm just glad you're useful for something. What's in there? It's a compliment, sorry. I'm not good
As
at that.
you open it up,
Thanks.
could you please give me a sanity?
Oh.
Nope, I got this one, 14.
It's way around
Okay.
the table.
Take
Fuck we got in here?
1 point of sanity damage. As you bring the briefcase open and you look inside of it, you see the top of the actual case is lined with what looks like blood. Sigils drawn by a finger on the top of it. It's old and dried. It has this brown, sanguine crust color to it. It's in these shapes and symbols. In the center, there's this strange lopsided star. It's kind of like it looks like a pentagram star, but it's warped. It looks strange. Inside the briefcase, there's multiple contents of what look like old pieces of parchment paper. There's what looks like a scroll in there as well. There also appears to be some sort of leather book. It has the exact same symbol that's on the book that your uncle gave you. And then you see what looks like photographs, pictures of Kai.
Take out the photograph.
And you can see it looks like it was taken without Kai's acknowledgement. Looks like it was him getting out of a car. But you don't see who was driving the vehicle. But there's multiple pictures as you kind of like go through them. It's like a stack of like developed photos. And as he's looking through the photos, Kenneth, you actually remember that you still had photos from that night that you never got developed.
These are all photos.
Could you go ahead and give me another spot hidden, please?
Oh. Wait. Are these pictures that I took?
I'm gonna use 3 luck to hit that.
He's still looking at you, man.
So I got that right on the head. I used 3 luck to.
Okay.
What do you got there?
You are able to see what looks like photos of Kai getting out of a vehicle, walking up to a building. You realize it's a museum.
Fucking.
And then you notice that it's photos inside the museum. And it seems to be just taking pictures, and you instantly realize this is from the night. This is from the night of everything that happened.
The fuck does he just have a bunch of pictures of Kai for in there?
Wait, hold on a second. And I'm gonna keep going. And
Then you see photos of yourself. You see photos of Avery. You see photos of Joseph.
No. Hey,
What?
they got pictures of all of us in here. From that night. This is from that night. You want to like hand her a picture of her?
When,
I'm gonna flip it over.
when I see all these, do they look familiar to me?
You took these photos.
I'm pretty sure these are from my
There's nothing on the back of them.
camera. And I don't know how they got in that briefcase.
Why were you just taking pictures of us?
I took pictures of pretty much everybody.
Why?
There's a lot of pictures.
As you're going through the
PI,
photos,
I'm taking pictures of anything.
Your angles are
Interest.
terrible.
How dare you?
you get to the last photo and you have to stop as you stare at it. And as you look at the photo is Kai shaking hands with Kenneth. And that's where we're going to end tonight's story.
Excuse me? You're about to get my finger bit off, bitch.
Thank you all for joining us for episode 4.
Very well done.
We only have 3 more episodes left, so this has been another very eventful game. I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it. And again, tonight's game did get pretty intense. There were some very intense moments of it, but that's why I wanted to give a little bit of a disclaimer before we really got into it. I think we'll be back tomorrow for After Dark.
In the new After Dark room.
Yeah, the new After Dark room, which we're putting together another little studio room for After Dark. And then also, just want to say that the werewolf game is about ready to drop soon, which I feel like I might stream that.
Yeah,
Like in a couple of days, right?
Also, yeah, a couple days, less than 5. I know that. Also, another thing to announce is that there will be a Gator Cult of the Blood Gods review video that will be coming out very soon. We are also going to be having a new commercial for the Near Dark Society. It's going to be releasing here very soon. It's going to be kind of moving us more into that brand that we're trying to go for. And then also, I want to announce that after the Gator video gets released and after we get that Society video done and released, I will be doing the first Death Attack campaign recap. So I think I want to start being able to do them weekly, where I will give you guys a weekly recap, but this first recap is going to be kind of like a big beginning of the story recap. And let's just say there may be some hints in the recap that the players have forgotten about. So
we're gonna have to listen to it, huh?
might be a good idea for you guys to watch it as well.
Oh, you just got yourself 4 views, buddy.
Well, thank you guys all for joining us, and remember, as always, to embrace the dark. Good night.